establish emotional rapport, to develop a speech style and delivery that effectively expresses inspirational content by moving audience to adapt the speaker's views. The timing of the speech is 8 to 10 minutes. Madam Timer, will you give us a time sequence, please?
Mr. Toastmaster, the timing for the 8 to 10 minute speech is green light at 8 minutes, yellow light at 9, and red 10 with 30 seconds deviation. Mr. Chairman.
Speaker's background. Elizabeth has been a member since 2001. She holds a BS in Industrial Distribution from Texas A&M University. She is currently in a career transition, and her strength is in the business development area. She lives in Fort Lauderdale with her wonderful husband, Pierre. The title of the speech is Toastmasters, Me, and Leadership. Please help me welcome to the lectern, Elizabeth Taschereau.
I had a dream, and I know Martin Luther King. I stand by my beliefs, and I know Mahatma Gandhi. I contribute in many ways, and I know Bill Gates. I am one thing that all of these notable people were and are. I am a leader. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. John Quincy Adams, the 4th President of the United States, once wrote, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more, you are a leader." How did I get to be a leader? A leader in Toastmasters. Because I didn't start out that way. I had a dream that I wanted to be able to speak in public, in front of audiences, maybe to even be a paid speaker in my field, that I would be a great speaker. So I joined GELFAN in 2001. My first table topics was not pretty. It was a silent table topics. I know the table topics master had the clear words, but to me they sounded garbled. And then I think I heard my name, so I stood up. I went silent. You could hear a pin drop. Finally, someone yelled, "Liz, tell us what you did yesterday at work." I started to say, "Yesterday," and the light turned green. Thank God. I sat down. To this day, I remember that the only thing I was going to say was, "Yesterday I went to work." Nevertheless, I stood by my dream like Martin Luther King. And I stood by my beliefs that if I worked hard and I was disciplined and took the actions like Gandhi, that I would accomplish anything in my life, especially to be a speaker. Since that day, I've had the privilege to speak before audiences of over 100. I've had the opportunity to lead many training meetings of 50 people or more. As recent as March, I was the contest chairperson for the Division E contest where approximately 100 people attended. I also volunteered for a real estate association that I was a member of, where 300 people attended. I volunteered to lead and manage that meeting, where dignitaries from counties, mayors from counties, city mayors, corporate CEOs attended. I managed the agenda. I hired the entertainer, which was a comedian from Texas, and I hired a local jazz band. It was an opportunity for me to contribute to an association that I was a member of and that I cared for. Through Toastmasters, I had learned the skills of leading meetings and events from beginning to end. I do wonder, why are there so few leaders? Why is there only one Martin Luther King, one Celine Dion, one Tiger Woods? I believe it's because they do the work, and they continue to do the work. Celine Dion still sings in Las Vegas. Tiger Woods practices over 4 hours a day, according to Dick's research. John C. Maxwell once wrote, "Remember, only in the moment of discipline do you have the power to achieve your dreams." Paul Spiewak, a longtime Toastmaster member, once came here and gave us a speech about leadership and how to measure leadership. One of the measures, a very important measure, is your successor or your leader. It doesn't matter of what organization, a country, a corporation, and our Toastmasters Club. Leadership by default or successive weak leaders have caused governments, churches, corporations, and even Toastmaster clubs to falter, to fail. For instance, North Korea, the successor was the son, and he has been focusing on nuclear weapons while his entire country is starving. A weak leader. We have Ford Company. When the succession changed from the original founders, the company faltered. Again, we have a new Ford. Perhaps he'll be successful. Today, I'm here to tell you that it is the time for change. I'm here to tell you that there is a need for change in our Gelfand leadership. Fellow Toastmasters, it is time to end the reign of Texas leadership. Not only at the national level, but at the Gelfand level. I truly believe so strongly, and I feel it, that the time has come for our new members to take on the leadership of Gelfand, to challenge themselves to become the leaders, our new members. I'm asking you to stretch yourself in your daily living, to include Gelfand in your circle of contribution. Where would I be today without Toastmasters and the leadership training that I received? I learned to lead. I learned to be direct, to be clear, and to be succinct in my communications in every area of my life. Due to the very slow real estate market, I recently resigned from my company in Miami and decided to transition into a corporate environment. I was in an interview, and the gentleman that I was meeting with on a daily basis meets with corporate CEOs, with government entities. And twice, by the end of our interview, he told me that he was so impressed with how professional and how polished I was. And several times he told me how impressed he was with the answers that I had given him. He threw table topics at me all over the place. Liz, what is important to you about a corporation? What is important to you about somebody that you work for? What are your strengths? On and on. This is one time where I could not afford to hesitate. One time where I could not afford to be silent in a table topics. Nelson Mandela once said, "It is not our light, but our darkness that most frightens us." It is time for our new members to show us your light and have an impact on the club. I tend to be formal, and that's kind of a flowery statement I found after I wrote it. So, let me put it down to earth. In street talk, I think as probably Jackie would say. It's time for you new members to show us what you've got. Mr. Toastmaster.